is Madden 18 on EA Sports. It's a fresh start throughout the league here in Week 1 as these two teams have high hopes for the season ahead. It's the Bears going up against the Jaguars.
Larry, we welcome our viewers to Duval County, the northern part of Florida, and the largest city in the Sunshine State as EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Everbank Field here in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They're trying to continue that trend here this afternoon. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Play action. Now Trubisky. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
It's Coleman, and he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and looking for Strong, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Leonard Floyd coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. And now they'll run it here off tackle. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Okay, even just being nice, the last 2 plays were not very good offensively. So if you're the play caller, was it the team's execution or was it strategy? If it was execution, you continue to call the game the way you're calling it. But if it's strategy, change up what you're doing and figure it out.
From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Los Angeles. It's the Rams that have grabbed the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. 12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Really held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. On the left side, this is Stills. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Third down and 4. Trubisky now off the bootleg. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
And Stills over the middle. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Now. And some room to roam now. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Play action. It's Trubisky. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
Here's Trubisky to throw. On the screen, this is Coleman. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
This is Coleman. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
On 3rd down, that's Coleman down right around the 25. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. And we were scoreless up until this point in the 2nd quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along, or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They run the counter now on 1st down. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's got some space here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. I mean, usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. There's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where
nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Dobbs now on second down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. A defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Here's Dobbs to throw. And it's caught by Parker. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Derrick Henry, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Around the NFL, we've got a second quarter score, and the Rams have opened it up to lead by a couple of touchdowns now. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now a play fake here on first down. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Second and 10. It's Trubisky again. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
To go here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
Here we go now. Green 39.
And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Let's go.
Here's Coleman. Oh, he's got a little daylight. The 20. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
On 2nd down, Trubisky got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Kenny Stills, a 2-yard touchdown grab, and the Bears are in for 6. An out route there for the score, a quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands, knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just put.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively.
Come on, let's go. What? Nothing. What? Nothing. Ohio.
Off the play fake. Here's Dobbs. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Here we go now. Watch it now, Barney.
Coleman. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. 4-6 defense, they were daring him to run the football. They ran it. A little football 101. Take us through what the 4-6 defense is, Charlie. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Trubisky going to go down again. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A second quarter score, meanwhile, down in Arizona. And that one is now a 2-touchdown advantage for the Cardinals. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, this from 53. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. It's a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they get the field goal near the end of the first half to expand that lead.
Yeah, that's got to feel good, but they can't let up. Now on the kickoff, they've got to make sure they don't give up a big return or big yardage to set up the other team for one last chance to score themselves.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Space to maneuver at the 40. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from taking the lead. So now this to get themselves a lead here heading into the break. And he's got it up and through. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Meanwhile, out in Los Angeles, they're in the second quarter now. And that lead there for the Rams has extended. They just scored again. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you a couple hours south to Orlando, let's check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. This is taken at his 4. Oh, eluding the tackle. Oh, what a move. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Let's go!
Now they try the right side here. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. He dumps it off for Henry. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to make it 4th down. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. 11 yards there for Jacksonville, and a first down as well.
Brandon, this is a good spot in the field to go for it. A lot of coaches call this no man's land. A field goal is no sure thing, and neither is a punt. They made the right choice, went for it, and picked up the first down.
On first down, Dobbs to throw. They set up the screen for Henry. Finding room to the 20. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Here we go.
On play action, it's Dobbs. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Dante Moncrief, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And with that, the lead is up to 8. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They will run again with Coleman. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They go play action. Trubisky on the move to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep. Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. A first down carry for Henry. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. Again, it's Henry. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Henry out of the pistol. And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 2nd down, Dobbs. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And throw right side complete to Parker. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. A handoff as they run the counter play. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it 3rd down. Here comes the D swarming to the line. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Second and goal. They still need 8 yards to find the end zone. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And this offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Let's go!
To throw is down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is leveled. Knocked down hard. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Myers able to knock it through. And that will extend their lead even further. So a big one there as that gives them a little cushion.
And you know, here in the fourth quarter, the fact that they were able to bleed some time off the clock and put points on the board, even if it's only 3, that can turn out to be the drive that ultimately wins them the game.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Throwing here, Trubisky. It's complete. Stills. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but, boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
The Bears on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Green, 39. Green. Over. All right, now, lucky 56. Gone. All right, now, lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Bears. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Here we go now.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. So they pick up the 1st down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll toss it to Coleman. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
They were stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from him.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Calais Campbell never giving up. He's able to keep working and get him for a loss of 12. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. Throwing here, Dobbs. Escaping the pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. The Jaguars on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. Goes underneath for Henry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off inside the 10. Gets around him.
A big pick there by Patrick Peterson. This one's going to seal victory for his team. Not much of a surprise for me that he actually comes down with the football. Excellent hands. Played some offense while he was in college. And even here at Arizona, he's done the exact same thing.
Yeah, back at LSU, and a big pick here for the Cards. And checking that NFL scoreboard there in the 4th quarter down in Arizona. And the Cardinals scoring again. They've got that one in cruise control. A win would be their second on the young season. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November. Man, wasn't that long?